What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Um, so we finally got some answers. Kevin has enlightened everyone about when he found out about Ryan and how it was possible that Ryan escaped. Um, so apparently Ryan fled the country without any money, and he got in contact with the DVX. But he became more of a burden to them than an asset, so they wanted to kill him. But instead, they called Kevin. Kevin had no clue that the person they were talking about was Ryan. So Kevin claims that he found out about Ryan a year ago. So he didn't know Ryan was alive until May of 2018. I mean, even if you found out a year ago, I agree with Laura. He still should have immediately told someone. I mean, if you didn't feel comfortable telling Anna or Robert or, the police, then you should have at least told Laura, your wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, he should have told his wife this. And it's kind of funny that he said that he found out in May of 2018. Because prior to that, he was acting, even before the switch, Kevin was acting a little strange. I mean, eating a sandwich with Faison's brain sitting on the table. That was a little weird. That's why around that time I had a feeling that either he was already switched with Ryan or Ryan was around lurking somewhere. But at that point in time, he actually didn't even know Ryan was alive because that was back in January of 2018. So he actually didn't even know. I think that was actually before. I think that was around February, somewhere around there, maybe. It was around there somewhere. I forgot which date, but it was around there somewhere that he had Faison's brain on the table. But yeah, he should have definitely told somebody about that. So I don't blame, Laura for being pissed, which I knew she would be because it's going to take some time for her to forgive that. You know what I'm saying? Because had he would have told somebody, a lot of this havoc could have been avoided. People would have figured things out a lot faster. You know what I'm saying? Like the PCPD, somebody could have, done something sooner and figured things out faster had he would have opened up his mouth and said something. There was no excuse for him keeping quiet. And let me tell you, when Ava sees him, even though she's already seen Kevin, she is going to wreak hell on him. Um, Speaking of Ava, let me tell you something. More West, the best decision that the producers of this show could have done was bring Maura West on. That was like one of their best decisions because Maura West is a gem. That's a power player to get. I'm gonna tell you right now, when CBS let her go from YNR as Diane Jenkins, they made a colossal mistake. But their mistake was GH's gain because not many people can do it like Maura West. Let me tell you, Maura West, she's golden. She brings it in every scene. No matter how bad of a storyline it is, she brings it. You can always expect her to bring her A game, and she brought it today. When she was up in there with Franco and she was all drunk and shit, drinking from her flask, she was not in any mood today. She was not with the bullshit today. Like she was drunk. She was in so much denial. It was like she was dealing with so many different stages of emotion. Like she was angry, she was hurt, she was just all these things, all these emotions, angry, hurt, and denial. It was like, all these emotions in one split second. Like every second it was a different emotion with her. You know what I'm saying? Like it's phenomenal to see an actress who could pull that off. You know what I mean? Like just have all these different range of emotions in such short amount of time and do it so effortlessly. You know what I'm saying? Like not many people can pull that shit off. Like, but she pulled that off. And it's crazy to watch that. Like, she just reels you in. She should definitely get another Emmy. Definitely. She definitely got to submit these scenes, man. I don't know if she's gonna submit these scenes this year for the Emmys or next year, but she got to. She has to. She's golden. Like she's a shoe in to win with these. This is what I'm talking about. Storylines like this. is what gets you an Emmy, because this is your chance to bring it. And in my opinion, even when she's not in a major storyline, Mara West brings it. She could be sitting there, sipping a martini by herself, and it's Emmy worthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how good she is. And I'm not just souping her up, but she's that good. Like, I've watched Mara West even back when she played Carly Tenney Snyder on As the World Turns. That's how far back I go with Mara West. And her little shenanigans with Jack Snyder, and all of that stuff, man. I've been watching Mara West for some years now. She's been amazing, phenomenal, always. She played the shit out of Carly, the role as Carly, and As the World Turns. She played the shit out of Diane Jenkins on YNR, and she's killing it, of course, as Ava Jerome. I love it. Um, but yeah, man, she was just in so much denial at first. Like, she was not trying to listen to nothing Franco had to say. Because Franco was like, Ryan is the real killer. She was like, no, you did this. They're just trying to pin it on Kevin. She would not believe none of this. That, Ryan was still alive. She believes that he was dead all these years. Like, she was just in so much denial. She just couldn't believe it. That the man she was sleeping with is the one who murdered her daughter. Then when she came to the realization that that night that they slept together was the same night that he had just killed Kiki. She was just so distraught. I was like, wow. If that's not acting, I don't know what acting is, because that was amazing. That performance, top notch. That was just phenomenal. Uh, Ava was not playing. She was like, listen, I hope. If you watched Halloween 2018, the new Halloween movie that came out last year, if you watch that, Ava Jerome was giving me straight up Laurie Strode vibes. Like, there was a part in Halloween where Laurie Strode said every night for 40 years she prayed Michael Myers would escape. And the sheriff asked her why. She said so she could kill him. Ava reminded me of that scene because she pretty much said the same thing, that she hopes Ryan is alive so she can kill his ass. That reminded me so much of that scene. Like, that's crazy. And of course they were both blonde, so you know what I mean? But that was phenomenal right there. Ava's not playing. She wants to see Kevin. She wants to talk to Kevin, mainly beat the shit out of him. I don't blame her. She just has a range of emotion right now. Everything is just bottled up in her right now. And you want to know the crazy part is, like I said, she has so many emotions. She was upset. She was furious. She was hurt. She was happy. All of those things at one. And the happy part with her was for Franco, because he has a family. She was praising him for turning his life around. And when she seen Liz and Cameron, she was smiling and stuff like that. Like, just all those emotions in one scene is mind blowing how you could pull that off. I'm still baffled by it. I'm like, wow. You know what I'm saying? You would think she had a split personality. Like, it's crazy how you could be kicking shit, throwing shit 1 second, crying and emotional the next, happy the next, furious the next. I said, wow. Damn. I can't believe it. I'm blown away by this shit. I'm like, that was some acting for your ass right there. That was crazy. Ava Jerome, for me, this is why I love the character of Ava. This is why, some people can't stand her or don't like her, love her or hate her. You can't deny Ava is that bitch. Like, she is. I don't care. I love her. I love her to pieces. I'm never gonna stop. Even when she gets on my nerves sometime and piss me off with her shenanigans, I still love me some Ava. Like, I think I'm always gonna love Ava. She brings it. You know what I'm saying? Like, she brings that drama, and I love it. But I am happy that Cam, I understand where Cameron was coming from, when he was angry and upset. I didn't like the way he went about it, yelling at Elizabeth and stuff, but I understood it. But, I'm happy that he's man enough to admit he was wrong about Franco. And he apologized to him, and Franco was honest now. He felt like, he should have been more honest with Elizabeth and the kids and just everybody in general. He kind of wished he was. And this is what I tell people. People keep saying, oh, Franco didn't have a choice. Everybody has a choice. I hate when somebody say I didn't have a choice. Yes, you do. You always have a choice. Despite what Jordan was threatening him with At the end of the day, she made an illegal deal with him. He could have used that to flip it back on her and blackmail her. You know what I'm saying? He could have used that against her. Like, she made a deal with him, even though he didn't have proof of that. But still, she made an illegal deal with him. She didn't confer with the DA about such plea deals or whatever she was offering him or whatever the case may be. That little backdoor deal that she offered him, she never cleared that with the district attorney. And he had every right. If he couldn't tell Elizabeth, he had every right to tell his lawyer. That's what you have an attorney for. You know what I'm saying? And he did have a chance to tell Elizabeth, and he definitely had a chance to tell Scott, and he chose not to tell them. You know what I mean? Like, you have to see the picture here. Like, he chose to keep quiet about it, and he even admitted it. Even though Jordan had his nuts in a vice grip, but still, you still had an option to tell, and you chose not to. So that's still on you at the end of the day. But all is well now. Everything's resolved. My thing about Cameron is, as far as his community service go, I have no sympathy for him when it comes to that, because you chose to go to Niagara Falls behind your mother's back, do deceitful things, and now you missed your community service. So you have to face consequences for that. I'm pretty sure they can probably talk to Laura. I mean, she is the mayor. I'm sure they could talk to Laura and try to smooth things over. And I mean, Cameron kind of did help them catch Ryan in a way, because if it wasn't for him bumping into Ryan, they wouldn't have known what hotel he was at or the room number. They wouldn't have known none of that shit. Well, if it wasn't for Spinelli, they wouldn't have found out the room number. But if it wasn't for Cameron, they wouldn't even known, where to look for Ryan. You know what I mean? So I think he can use that to his advantage to get out of trouble a little bit. Because he was integral in helping them find the killer. So I think that may work into his favor. So moving on from that, dumbass Kristina. Dumb, 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 dumb. She continues to be dumb, 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 dumb. Now she's upset with Valerie because Valerie's calling it the way she sees it. She's calling it the way everybody sees it. You're in a cult. Yeah, I mean, she didn't necessarily say a cult, but she feels like whatever Shiloh's up to, it's a scam. And that's the way she sees it. I mean, come on. From the outside looking in, you know it's a con. And that's why she asked her, did he ask you for money? Technically, he did. Because you're paying for these seminars or these classes he wants you to take, and you had to borrow money from Michael to do it, which I'm pretty sure is at least probably a couple $1,000. So it's a con. Valerie is a cop. She's very, intuitive. So she knows a con when she sees a con. Hell, even people who are not cops a lot of times know a con when they see a con. You know what I mean? Like, if it's something is way too good to be true, 9 times out of 10 it fucking is. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything she said about Shiloh was true. He's not the only person on this earth that can help people and try to heal people or whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? He's acting like he's the second coming or something, and you're not. Like, Valerie was speaking straight up facts, and Kristina still was too dense to get it. It's like she didn't want to hear nothing Valerie had to say. Absolutely nothing. She didn't want to hear nothing. And Valerie got to a point where she was like, you know what? I'm done. I wash my hands with this because you're not trying to hear me, so I'm not going to continue to waste my breath. I don't blame Valerie. I don't blame her. It's like, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You know what I'm saying? And everybody keeps trying to lead Kristina to the water, but Kristina refuses to drink the water. Instead, she'd rather drink the Kool-Aid. Stay away from the Kool-Aid and drink the water. I'm just saying. It's like, come on now. Use some common sense. And, Valerie was right. I mean, you have to, you can't always think everybody's a con or after your money. But now I see why Tracy Quartermain was the way that she was. Because everybody who came around the Quartermain, she always felt like was a gold digger. And a lot of times she was right, because you have to be on alert with people because you come from a wealthy family. You have a rich father, you have a well-off mother, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course people are going to, come around you thinking that, well, she's rich, she's wealthy, I'm going to see what I can get out of her. You know what I'm saying? You have to always have your guard up a little bit with people, especially when you come from influential families. You know what I'm saying? Or if you're wealthy yourself. I mean, come on. It's not rocket science to figure out that this girl may have a trust fund. And we all know Kristina has a trust fund. So it's like you have to have your guard up with people. Um, so Harmony basically got the same tattoo that Daisy got. Um, Shiloh is a charming, smooth talking bastard. That's what he is. He's very charming, very smooth talking. And people just, it's like he has you in a trance. You know what I'm saying? Like he talks so soothing to you. He doesn't raise his voice at you. It just like he reels you in. You know what I'm saying? It's like he got the fishing pole, you the fish. He throws the bait out there, and once you get that bait, he just reels it back in and hooks you in. That's how Shiloh gets you. That's how them coats do. Um, Cause Harmony came up in there, she was mad at Shiloh. Then by the time she left, she was putty in his hand again. I said, "See, that's how fast he could turn the charm on with you." You know what I'm saying? Like that. Hey, it works. Cause he definitely flipped it real quick. You know what I'm saying? She came up in there hot and bothered and upset, and by the time she left there, she was back singing his praises again. Um, so Sam and Jason are working on this again, this whole DOD mess. Um, I was looking at Jason like, really? Because he asked Sam, what do you think this tattoo means? If Sam knew what the hell the tattoo meant, don't you think she would have told you what it meant? And what irritated me was Sam left a very detailed message on his phone about Kristina borrowing money, the seminar. She left a very detailed message, but yet she had to tell Jason everything again that she already left on the message. And Jason acted like he didn't know, this was news to him. So you mean to tell me Jason didn't listen to none of his voicemails? Like he didn't listen to any of the voicemails because she left a detailed message, and I'm like, she basically had to regurgitate everything that she already said in the message today. So I'm like, okay, you might want to check your phone sometime. I mean, come on, bro. Check that phone sometime. I understand you were busy the night before, but I know you had a moment to check the phone. I mean, what if God forbid something happened to your children? I'm just saying, even though Jason probably wouldn't care, but whatever. Like for real, check your phone, money. Like, why you think we all got phones? You don't think I check my voicemails as soon as I get a chance? Like, I ain't that damn busy not to be checking no voicemail. You never know what it could be about, bruh. I mean, damn. Check the phone, fool. I'm just so over Jason and Sam at this point. I really am. It's like their conversation today was kind of pointless because they're no step closer to figuring nothing out. It's like you're still on page one. You know what I'm saying? You're still on page one, chapter one. Y'all ain't even get into the book yet. Y'all ain't even hit chapter two of this book. I'm just saying, like, let's move this along, please. Hurry up. I wonder what they're doing with Nurse Amy. I mean, they really don't do anything with Amy, so I wonder, like, I miss them though. Amy, even though she was annoying, but I miss Felix and them, even Sabrina, God rest her soul. I miss the old crew. Britt. I miss all of them, like, and to think like they were just newbies a couple of years ago, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember when Felix and Sabrina first came on the show and they all came around the same time as Britt, and now they're all gone now. I'm like, damn, yeah, I miss the old crew. The old nurse crew. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know about y'all, but I miss them. Um, so anyway, that was pretty much the episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about it. I'll see y'all all later. Have a great day. Peace.